And I don't know what happened, but I just felt like crying. You know, I dropped to my knees. I just started crying, and I'm just crying. I'm just saying, Lord, I love you. Lord, thank you. Lord, thank you. Next thing you know, I felt the hand on my shoulder, and I was like, oh, is this God? But it was my roommate.
Oh, no.
I was like, no, don't take me. Don't take me yet, Lord. But he put his hand on my shoulder, right? And he said, young blood, let me show you how we do this. He got down on his knees, and we said the sinner's prayer. You know what I'm saying? And then I said it, man, and I just broke down. And then, you know, my roommate was like this, man. He was like, yo, God been tugging on your heart for a long time, young brother. He was like, let me tell you something. He was like, I heard you made a deal with him. If I was you, I'd keep it.
Wow.
You know? And what's so crazy was, you remember I told you how I had nothing.
Right.
I didn't have any money left.
Right, yeah.
Tomorrow, when I get up, the gang members are coming after me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For a decision that I made. At that very moment, that day that I was in prison, my uncle, he has his own electrician business. And he had just got his first increment from the VA hospital. He had a contract.
Right.
Guess how much his contract was?
Okay.
On the dot.
Wow. Come on, man. Look at it. Oh, my God.
Second of all,
my
You
God.
didn't tell me that.
That is,
yeah,
bro.
the day.
If anything shows the power of God, this story shows the
yeah.
exact power of God. The lightness in the dark.
Yeah.
The calling to the exact scripture.
That gave me
down
chills,
to
just the light to be on the Bible,
exactly.
and
then that particular scripture where your life, like that was your life at that moment.
Yeah.
Until your uncle come with 100.
That
is not coincidence.
Right now.
That is not coincidence. Nobody just stumbles upon 150K when you got a bond of 150K. No 10%, no lawyers, no money in your own. That is crazy.
You know what's so crazy about it is the things that was about to take place the next day. Like God's timing is perfect, man.
So perfect.
It says that one day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like a day. He is not slow in keeping his promise.
Right.
This is true. You know what I'm saying? God looked at this day like it was
time.
Like he had 1,000 years to fix it.
And you like, God, I only got to about 8 hours left.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand how great God is, man, and how perfect his pen is when he's writing your life story, man.
Because
you know?
he already know at this moment, Shawn's going to be at this place and at this moment. Because Shawn never lived a life for me, he also could never live a life against me fully. So I still have the opportunity to bring him in. And so this is what I'm going to do it. And think about your lifestyle. That was the only way he could do it.
Yep.
Right.
He had to show you where you were going, show you that the wages of sin is death, and show you that everything that you thought was propelling you for it propels you in a different way. And the things that you thought were giving you life and sustaining you were the very things that were going to take away life.
Yeah, man.
And to show you that he was the only way. Through him, that's the only way you're gonna find life.
Right.
That. Oh my God.
Right.
That's good.
But what's so crazy is because I go back and I rethink everything that happened to me the night I got saved, and I try to use it in different stories.
For sure,
right? And I look at light piercing the darkness. You know,
exactly.
I talk about that. I talk about the darkness and the hope that I needed, and I was in this darkness and I needed so much hope, man. You know what I'm saying? But how do I end up being in the exact room as another Christian, in prison at that?
Exactly.
Divine.
You know what I'm saying?
What it actually says just a minute ago, divine connection. Yeah.
Because in prison, there's probably a lot of Muslims in there as well, a lot of atheists as well. So I'm
gonna tell you like this: it's always somebody who say they're a Christian in prison.
Right.
We call them prison Christians.
Okay.
What they do is they act like there's something to get what they want, and then they're behind the scenes with the other fellas again. Then they come back out as a Christian and plot on the next man.
Wow.
And he goes back, and he goes back. And you find out that there's plenty of men like this in prison, so it's hard when you actually see a real Christian for you to believe him.
Right.
It's hard, but it says that you can tell by the fruits.
Yeah, that they bear.
You can tell by the fruits.
Right.
So if I don't see him manifesting any fruits,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not a Christian.
he's not following me.
Wow.
You know. So I mean, this is when I got saved, and what was so crazy was I got out on bond.
The bond that wasn't there.
Yeah.
That wasn't there. All right, hold on. Let me explain to you how mad the gang members got. This is the funny part.
So they never came to your.
Keep in mind, no, they didn't get a chance to get to me.
Okay.
Keep in mind that I didn't know this was happening. I didn't know that my uncle was getting a contract. I didn't know that any of these things were happening. So I'm contemplating what I'm gonna do tomorrow.
Right.
And I'm asking my roommate, And he's like, you just gave your life to God. God's gonna protect you.
Wow.
And I'm sitting here telling him, I said, but yeah, man, he loved them too, right? but what if he loved them and loved me? Like, what if he just gonna say, let them handle it, you know? And he was like, that ain't how God works.
Let him handle it, but I'm gonna let him live.
Yeah.
He's like, let me tell you something about when you become a warrior for Christ. He becomes a warrior for you.
He fights on the
You know what I'm saying? And he was telling me, like, and he was just like, yo, if you believe in God and you really, really, really believe in him to change the situation, pray on it tonight. Because you right now, the state that you're in, God doesn't want to disappoint you.
Wow.
When you first give your heart to God,
right.
God doesn't want you to be disappointed at all. He wants to prove to you that he'll fight for you. So he was like, anything that you ask that's alongside of his will right now, Shawn, he will deliver it.
Wow.
So I was like, so I just started praying. He was like, yeah. I was like, so what's so crazy is this first prayer out of my whole lifestyle, this first real prayer. Because before it was just over food,
right.
You know, or Easter, you know, Shawn pray for your sister, or I'm praying for her, you know.
Right.
This was my real first prayer. And I talked to God like, I was like, how do I talk to him? He's like, talk to him like you talking to your best friend. I was like, for real? I was like, nigga, you know how hard it is out here. So he was like, no, you can't do it like that. I was like, you're right. Lord, it's hard, man. I don't know what they're going to do to me tomorrow, but I'm trusting you, Lord, to just come in here and make it happen. And just save me or something, man, because I don't know what's going to happen to me. I didn't know how to place.
Right.
You know, I know what I felt.
Right.
But I couldn't place it. I couldn't. And I know after a while it took time to understand the right way to pray. This is my first night, minutes into being saved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I call God a Negro. You know what I'm saying? So just understand how fresh I was. You know what I'm saying? So I get into this process and I pray. And what's so crazy is I couldn't sleep. I laid in the bed because I still felt God's love, man. Wow. It just poured on me that night, man. And I was just like, Lord, I said, man, I don't know what you're going to do with me, man. I said, but if I promise you get me out of here, I'll tell people what you did for me in here. Wow. And I was just telling him, like, I wasn't even thinking about the next day.
Them words is power.
You know?
Affirmation. You spoke it. You spoke
it in the atmosphere. And he's like, oh, yeah, you are? Okay.
Yeah, cool. That bluff.
So check this out, man, real quick. The next day, Top Tier came out. And I'm sitting here, and I'm like, this is the moment. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Anytime somebody's getting released on bond, everybody got to go back to lockup. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start hearing the buzzer, everybody go back to their dorm. Right. So guess what? Top Tier is getting released because it's two different tiers. It's an up and a down.
Gotcha.
And it's, so Top Tier is released. That's where everybody is who want to get to me.
Right.
All of them rushing down to my door, banging on my door, waiting for my door to pop open, right? And I'm just sitting here. Literally, I close my eyes, man, because I'm hearing the doors pop coming down. I close my eyes. And then right before I get to my door, I hear the buzz. And all inmates report back to your dorm room. All inmates report back to your dorm room. And they like, oh, it's all right. This only gonna go on for 30 more minutes. They go back to their dorm and it's like, yo, somebody going ATW. That means all the way out.
Okay.
And that's prison talk. So all the way out means ATW. So they say ATW. Right. So they got it in the comments like, we got an inmate going ATW. And so we was like, who getting out? And I'm knowing it's not me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm chilling and they intercom over the room. We need Green and J3.
Wow.
My heart dropped.
I can imagine, dude.
My heart dropped. So I'm sitting here and my roommate jumping up talking about, praise God.
Shoot.
Praise God. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, he looked at me and he was like, Shawn, I love you to death, man. And I know God gonna do something great for you.
Wow.
And then he was like,
so do y'all stay in touch? Like,
well, I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy, man. All right, so after I had, let me finish telling you this. I'm gonna get to him. So I ended up getting released, and I'm at the front, and so I don't know who to call because my wife left me.
Right.
So I call her anyway. I'm like, yo,
I'm a changed man now.
I was like, yo, can you come pick me up? You know what I'm saying? She was like, how you calling me? You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, you know, they give me a phone call to go home. Right. She was like, how did you get home? I was like, I'm not home. I'm trying to get home. You know, if you can come get me. And she was like, I don't know what's going on, Shawn, but I don't want no problems. You know, I was like, yo, I just need you. I don't know how. I don't know what's going on, but I'm free. Like, come get me. She was just like, okay, I'll come.
Right.
So at this point, she came to get me. Now, let's remember, she's not saved.
Right.
Because I'm not. She don't know. She don't even know if I'm saved.
Sure. Right.
So she comes and get me, man. And as soon as I go to the car, I started just expressing my love to her. And I was like, I'm so sorry for how I treated you.
Right.
You know, I'm so sorry for putting you and my son through this.
Right.
And I just was just crying. And she knows I never cry.
Right.
Like never.
She like, whatever.
You know what I'm saying? You know, she was like, did you get hurt or somebody do the other stuff to you? I'm like, no. Nobody came through the back door. Nobody came through the front door. You know? I said, I just made God a promise and I'm just trying to make it right. And then at that point, she was just like, Shawn, promise me you ain't gonna sell drugs no more. Promise me that we're not gonna do this. I said, I promise you, with everything I love. So she said, all right, we're gonna try to make it work. And then we was back on the roller coaster again. That was the thing is, man, I thought my life was about to just straighten all the way up. Man,
still got some residue.
I still gotta fight this case, man. How much more time we got? Because I just want to make sure I ain't gonna.
We got about 5 more minutes.
Okay, real talk. I'm about to speed the story up. Because you remember I told you it's sections, so it's hard to get it all in one.
Right.
So check this out, man. We ended up going through some things because I ended up wanting her to get saved so much because I was saved. And she ended up doing it because I wanted her to do it, not because she wanted to do it. And that was a big problem. You know what I'm saying? It was hard for her to just do it because I wanted her to do it. It wasn't in her heart. So the whole time, you know, I'm listening, to gospel music, and I would hear her listen to music. I'm like, come on now. It's going to mess up my spirit.
Exactly.
And she's like, dang, I can't even listen to what I want to listen to. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, hey, I want to go to the commie house and drink with my friends. And I'm like,
you can't do that.
Come on now.
Right.
You know I'm in the business of the Lord. So it was very hard for her to make that transition. And eventually, man, we went down this long road to where she was just not in it.
Right.
And we ended up going our separate ways. I actually ended up getting very, very sick, about to lose my life, man. I don't really want to go into it, but I was really about to die, man. And God blessed me to go to NUSC, and it was this doctor, a student doctor, who studied me and my lifestyle. He slept in the room with me, man, and found out what was wrong with me, man, and ended up finding out what was wrong. I went through my treatments, and then after that, 2 months later, I was literally back. You know what I'm saying? After a year of just struggling with the sickness. And I was back, and I was about to die. So that was another thing that God did. You know what I'm saying? And then it manifested. It manifested me going into prison at this point. So I'm fighting this case, but I still ended up going to prison. And I'm asking God, darn, I'm serving you. Why are you doing this? You know what I'm saying? So I go into prison. When I go into prison after fighting my case, I ended up doing this time, man. And I met some great brothers, man, who in the field that I was in, with God in there, man. Every roommate I had in prison got saved. Every single roommate that I've ever had in prison, my roommates got saved. Straight up.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So what was so crazy was, how about one of the sons of the guy who I was locked up with in the county jail was one of my roommates. He been trying to save his son. He said all his life he would tell me stories. But guess what? I'm the one, the person he helped save, I'm the one who went back and saved his son, man. So I created christhop in prison. You know, this is where christhop originated from, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hopping on people.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And so tell them what christhop actually stands for.
Christhop means Christ has risen inside the hearts of people. Yeah, man.
That's exactly what it did.
That's exactly what it did, and that's what it's been doing, you know? So I came home, man, and this has been my ground, you know what I'm saying? You know, definitely, man. It's been a blessing.
We definitely want to get the new single played. So
yeah.
Go ahead and tell us about God Is My Plug, because we definitely want to throw it to him and get
him. But check this out, man. You know, I started the christhop clothing movement. It actually started as just something to get the youth's attention. I was going to events, and I got a personal shirt that said christhop made. And then one of the guys was like, "Yo, I would wear that." And I was just like, "Okay, yeah, cool. I'm gonna get you guys something made." So I ended up getting them something made, but then I had 12 left. And then so many people kept asking me about this shirt. I was like, how can I do this? And God put it in my head, because God had talked to me, and I just snapped and be like, I'm doing it. God was like, take these shirts to 12 known business owners.
You in tune now.
Exactly.
All the way in. All the way in. Took the shirts to them, and then christhop Clothing started from the following of them. You know, these people who in the community that people follow, they started following me off of these 12 people, like 12 disciples. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So then christhop Clothing started, and I ended up designing the shirt. I actually saw a couple similar shirts to it, but it wasn't one like mine. So I ended up coming up with God Is My Plug, and trademarked and logoed it up as soon as I put it out there. Since the plug scene, you know, the phrase plug was so popular, it took off, man. And so it got so big that I went on tour with David Mann and Akim Tunde. Shout out to Akim Tunde for showing me so much love, man.
Shout out.
You know what I'm saying? brought me into the scene, man. Showed me love nobody else would show me. And his road manager, Ronnie Grant, that's my true brother in Christ, man. Who's Aqua 2 Days road manager, man. Man, peace and love to y'all. When it come down to it, man, he manifested something great. And now it's to that point to where I always did music, you know, and I've always did music, but I put it on the back burner for Christ. And I've been asking God to manifest something great. You know, I was like, God, I want my music ministry, my clothing ministry, my street ministry, and everything to be running neck and neck. So God said, the church doing their own thing now, Shawn. Let's get back to the music. So then we came up with God is my plug, man.
God is my plug.
There it is. That was the intro right there.
Exactly. That was the intro right there. So yo, check it out. God is my plug. Shawn Green. Man, what a testimony.
Yes, sir.